In this video, we've compiled employees on Undercover Boss who got brutally fired. Without further ado, let's get started. Franchise owner from Wild Wing.
Today's special is you buy 2 pounds of wings and get the 3rd pound for free. It's okay to share it as long as the second person orders 2 apps. Okay? Okay.
That was so confusing.
On the show's Canadian cousin, Rick Smiklis, the CEO of Wild Wing, went to work in one of the branches of his restaurant franchise. Rick discovered that the particular franchise he started working for had its own confusing policies that were very different from what their head office had said.
The specials are a joke. Like, that stuff makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, because that's all head office stuff.
So why does this guy go against head office? I want to stick to
You're
this
getting frustrated.
As Rick continued his training under the server Sabrina, he found out that the confusing menu wasn't the only thing that the restaurant did that completely goes against the franchise's established operations.
This guy, he's not going to be with us much longer, the guy that's running this store, because he beats to his own drum. He's bigger than the brand, and when you're that big, there's the door, buddy. You're gone.
Through talking with Sabrina, Rick learned that she was treated poorly by the franchise's owner. She has wanted to quit multiple times but can't do that because she needs the money to provide for her children. Rick was getting more and more furious as the day went by, so he decided to go on his lunch break to try and calm himself down. However, the situation only got worse when he came back.
Well, I was on the lunch break, and when I came back, I noticed that something was off.
I'm going bankrupt tonight, you know that, right? You think I come here happy all the time?
That's my fault. I give you the 5 days, 6 days work. What is the
Not my
money you want?
hours. Welcome back.
You look a little upset.
I am. I'm furious, actually.
Rick demanded to talk with the franchise owner, who immediately recognized him. He chastised the owner for his treatment of Sabrina.
I just stopped.
You know what? I don't need to hear it. I want a proper apology. You go up there and you apologize.
Sorry, Sabrina.
You can on me, you can on me, you can do whatever the hell you want to me. You can't treat people like this when they're crying at work. No, come on. Employees come first. You are disrespectful to the brand, and you know what? I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make it right.
Rick offered Sabrina the opportunity to come work for him at triple her current salary, which she accepted. Rick then confronted the franchise owner about all the things that were being done differently without the authorization of the head office.
Don't do that.
You don't need my name. You don't need my name. Call it Dave's Wings.
Come on. I love you, Rick.
No, you don't love me. Give me a break. This crazy promo of yours. What is that? Tall boys. Okay, we have a contract for draft beer.
Mark from Tailor Made Golf Company.
We're gonna give it a go?
Oh, I'll try one. Need that?
Yeah, just one. Put it in. My line, the oldest guy is probably like 25. What is this guy doing here?
Tailor Made Golf Company president and CEO Mark King went undercover in his sports equipment manufacturing company so he could see how they could increase sales. Mark took a job on the production floor of one of his company's factories. He's taken under the wing of Christian, who was put in charge of teaching him all he needed to know about assembling golf clubs.
We have to do this a little bit faster. As you can see, you should just stop the wheel.
Okay.
Put it in. Yeah, it all goes together. Got it.
I'll see if I can do this wood right.
I'm a little nervous.
Mark wasn't performing as well as needed and consequently was slowing down the work of those around him. As they continued to work, Mark learned about Christian's struggles to help out his parents.
How old are you, Christian? I'm 19.
Wow.
Yeah, I dropped out of college and
How come?
my mother got skin cancer and I felt bad leaving and not helping out my dad. Well, I just decided to stay.
Mark was gradually getting the hang of the job, but he started noticing that some of the other employees were whispering and staring at him. It was clear that Mark wasn't fooling anyone, so he decided to be a good sport and reveal who he was.
Oh. Yeah, I think you busted me. You recognize me?
You weren't supposed to.
How did you guys know?
She told us.
You recognize me?
Does everybody know?
Yeah.
Did you know? Well, good.
Despite failing to keep his cover, Mark was in good spirits and took the opportunity to get to know the workers better. Mark later met with Christian. Mark told the young man how much he admired him. He then made Christian an offer.
I'm 52 years old, and I've never been touched in a way that you touched me, what you've done for your family. So to help out with your mom's medical expenses, I'm gonna give you $10,000.
Mark just kept on giving because he wanted to improve Christian's quality of life.
So you can make your full salary that you're making today, and we'll go back to school.
It's great.
Okay? I'm gonna pay for your college so that you don't have to be under all this pressure and know that your family's taken care of.
That means a lot to me.
Ronnie from Boston Market.
Hi, Sarah. Have a seat. I've spent so much time in the field. They're going to recognize me right away. You have a great advantage. They're not going to know who you are, and you're going to get down to the issues working alongside of
The CEO is putting a lot of faith in me for this assignment, and I have to get it right. My husband's going to freak out when he sees this. Customer interaction happens. I can influence the customers as well. A diner waitress who hopes to open her own restaurant.
In a twist on the show's usual format, George Michel, who was the CEO of Boston Market, sent his chief brand officer, Sarah Bittorf, to go undercover and learn about their employees and their business. He chose to assign this task to her because he's too recognizable, and he believed that Sarah was most fit to do the job. At her new undercover job, Sarah met Ronnie, the restaurant's hourly shift supervisor.
Because our hourly shift supervisors are in a leadership role, they set the tone for all of the employees in the restaurant. We want them to be energetic, positive attitude, and we want them to be really focused on delivering warm and friendly service.
I'm Ronnie.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to meet you.
You excited?
Yeah, a little nervous.
You have a great teacher.
Oh, good.
Standard procedure is to greet the customer as they walk in and say, hello, welcome to Boston Market, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like the Kim Kardashian of Boston Market.
At first, Ronnie seemed like a nice person, but Sarah's opinion of him soured as she continued her shift. Red flag after red flag kept popping up, and it seemed like Ronnie just hated his job.
It shouldn't be a question, because that is what corporate has told us to do. It has to look like that at all times. Otherwise, we get in trouble with ridiculous standards.
Ronnie kept referencing, this is the way we do it because corporate tells us to. That concerns me a little.
A disgruntled employee badmouthing the company he works for is a concern, but it shouldn't be grounds for termination. However, Ronnie dug his own grave when he expressed his hatred for something very important to the company.
Children and old people are literally the worst I've ever seen in my entire life because none of them know what they want and they're like literally can't talk. You just kind of have to deal with it.
Our guests are our bread and butter. They pay our checks. They pay his paycheck.
I don't know how hard it is to read a menu, but you know.
Families include kids and they include older people.
They're customers, they're not anything special. Customers are such like little bitches and like all the time is all about like pleasing the customer like.
Yeah, well that's the business that we're in, right?
Yeah.
Shocked by Ronnie's words, Sarah decided to forego the show's usual big reveal and told Ronnie who she was there and then.
So Ronnie, I wanted to reintroduce myself to you. I'm not actually Rachel.
Who are you?
My name is Sarah Bittorf. I'm the Chief Brand Officer of Boston Market.
No.
And you're on Undercover Boss. I'm angry and I'm heartbroken and I'm disappointed. One of our values is love to serve. And you don't seem like you love to serve. Without the guests in there, we don't have a business and you don't have a paycheck and neither do I.
Sarah talked to Ronnie about his attitude and the importance of the customer. However, it seemed to have little effect on him.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you home for the day. I want to think about whether this is really the right job choice for you.
That's it? That's all? I don't know. I didn't think it was that terrible. It's not wrong of me to hate people. I'm not trying to justify like how mean I was to a customer. Like they don't know I'm saying it, so it's not really that big a deal.
Henrik, aka Edwin from ABM Industries.
This morning I'm in Tampa Airport. I'm going to drive shuttle buses today. AMCO Parking System is a division of ABM Industries. We have shuttle buses in...
ABM Industries president and CEO Henrik Slipsager took on the role of an applicant to his company that is a facility management provider in the U.S. Taking on the pseudonym of Edwin, Henrik started work as an airport shuttle driver and was assigned to train under fellow shuttle driver Kenny.
Open your door. Hop out. Quick, 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 quick. You gotta be quick. Just toss it up there, he'll grab it for you. He needs to be up. You know, it's his first day.
As Henrik started to work on the shuttle, Kenny pointed out some minor issues with him. Other problems then started to pop up as the day continued.
Watch your speed.
I'm in good shape.
All right, stay in this lane right here. This guy was doing almost 40 miles an hour in the garage, and you're supposed to only do 10. And people like, notice that.
Henrik wasn't performing up to the standard, and Kenny was very blunt in telling him what exactly he was doing wrong.
Before we go anywhere,
Talk to me again.
I'm gonna tell you, you broke all the rules, man.
Why you break all the rules?
You're not moving fast enough. You gotta move faster because...
I can't get my feet out of it.
I think that lady was a little older than you and she got to your bag before you can even get out the seat, man.
Henrik kept making mistakes until eventually Kenny was forced to take over for him.
Now you're gonna press the button and say blue departures to red departures, van 1.
Going from...
You can't cuss, man. Everybody in the airport is hearing you. You cannot cuss. Red 1, blue 2, both cleared, 1019.
I did so poorly, he wouldn't even give me a second chance.
Later, Kenny revealed to Henrik his assessment of his performance.
Come on out of here.
You're not gonna be too tough on me, right?
The 3 rules, man. Quickness, always on your game, quick, and basically knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it. Probably looking for somebody different.
All right. I didn't get the job.
Kevin from Norwegian Cruise Line.
Hey, is Sylvia here?
Kevin Sheen. Oh my gosh. At first, I wasn't quite sure I heard my name, but then when she said it a third time.
Mr. Kevin Sheehan.
The president and CEO of Norwegian Cruise Line, Kevin Sheehan, aimed to use the show as a means to go incognito and learn about what makes their company run smoothly. Kevin's time on the show was nearly an immediate failure, though, as he was quickly recognized by the server Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. My name is Peter Francis.
All right, nice to meet you, Peter. This evening when this guy walked up to me, Peter, Mr. Kevin Sheehan, I was surprised.
Right now, I need to talk to Sylvia and figure out a game plan to see how we can make this work. So, Sylvia, obviously, you recognized me right away.
Kevin pulled Sylvia aside and asked her to keep his identity a secret. She agreed to cooperate and started Kevin on his training. Kevin asked Sylvia not to give him any special treatment, and she complied. She treated him like any ordinary trainee. Kevin realized just how hard the job really was.
I was completely lost. It's very hard. There's a lot to remember, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Picking up those trays and putting them down was impossible. Find out where all the food was. I have a headache from all of this.
Jacqueline from Retro Fitness.
The front desk position is really important. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
In Season 4, Episode 14, Eric Casaburi, the CEO of Retro Fitness, went undercover as a front desk associate in one of the branches of his full-service fitness center franchise. It was there where he met Jacqueline, who was running the front desk. She gave him a short introduction on the job he was entering.
You got your...
I do, yes.
Oh, there we go.
I'm ready.
When it comes to a lot of stuff to know,
okay,
but it's not hard. Like me, I'm just a front desk. So I just kind of sit here, say my hays, how are you, walk around. But most of the time, I'm kind of just like this.
Based on their initial interaction, Eric found that Jacqueline didn't care that much about doing her job well. He pointed out that how she conducts herself while at work might be problematic, but it only got worse as she continued talking.
Someone may have a question and maybe they might not approach you because they think you're busy.
That's actually never happened to me. People love to interrupt here. People love to be obnoxious. I'm not a slave. I don't work for you. People, I just want to punch them in the face sometimes.
Oh, nice girl and nice smile. Think, hey, all is right in the world. And then she opens her mouth and it's like, you know, the bats from hell start flying out.
It was crystal clear that Jacqueline had a bad attitude and didn't value her job. As Eric continued his training under her, things just continued to go further and further down the drain.
Do smoothies?
Yeah, I think it's great.
They're really important. It's super explanatory. Like, you would be literally brain dead if you can't get it. So if you look at that and can't understand it, then you should probably turn around and not do this. Go here. This is our peanut butter and chocolate. We're not supposed to put more than what it says on the menu.
And it says on the menu, 1 pump.
I always put 2.5. It tastes better, honestly.
It became evident that Jacqueline didn't care about following procedures. She just did things the way she wanted to do them.
At some point, I realized that maybe we should have renamed it Jacqueline's Juice Bar.
Do you want to show me how to make a shake?
Dirty peanut.
You said a dirty peanut, right? Okay.
Oh, you're going to do it the way I told you.
The way you told me. Okay, so we want 2 of these from you, right?
That's not a full
1
pump.
and a
Come on.
Picking up the pace. Here we go.
That's enough ice.
Okay. I would normally hit the code.
Telling you the way people like it.
Okay.
But if you don't want to listen to
I
it
would
for me.
love to listen to you.
Later, Eric met with Jacqueline and revealed his identity to her. He also called in Bob, the franchise's owner and Jacqueline's boss.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
Think you know who this is?
Yes, I know who it is.
Hi, Eric.
Bob, I called you in because you're my franchisee and Jacqueline's direct boss. What I witnessed there was nothing shy of scary. In fact, I left the job early. I had to get the hell out of there. I said, I gotta call Bob. I can't believe there's someone on this staff that's doing this.
When confronted about her behavior, Jacqueline defended herself rather than apologize. After some drama, Eric and Bob were left with only one choice.
You know me, Bob. And do you ever see that?
You did it in front of the CEO.
Seriously, no, this needs to be like talked about how like the CEO of the company right in front of my face staring at me.
I would never have an employee like that behind my counter. You know that. You have to part ways. There's nothing else I could do.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Todd, aka Mark, from the Chicago Cubs.
My cover story will be that I am Mark Dawson, partner reality show where I'm tested to see if I have what it takes to work for the Cubs.
Todd Ricketts, co-owner of the Chicago Cubs, posed as Mark, a reality show contestant who has been assigned to work for the baseball team's organization. Todd gets to work cleaning bathrooms under the supervision of Dale.
Okay. First thing we do is hose everything down. That's closed, that's open.
Okay. And down? Okay.
Left hand, pull the hose. If you get it kinked, you got to twist it. Turn off, the other way. That's it.
It's like I'm working my butt off right now, but it's not good enough for Dale. I feel like I'm moving as fast as I can, and he says, you know, we got to move faster, we got to move faster.
We're going to shoot over to the next bathroom.
Okay, sounds good.
Going from working at the head office to cleaning bathrooms is a huge transition, and Todd was feeling the pressures of the job. Todd was then surprised to learn that his employees were missing equipment that should be a basic necessity for their job.
What's your cell phone number? You know, I could just call you and ask you where you're at, and I need to shoot you over to the next spot.
So there's no radios and no communication?
No radios whatsoever.
I was super surprised these guys were using their personal cell phones to communicate to each other within the ballpark.
Todd was making mistakes and slowing the operation down, so Dale decided to make a drastic decision.
Okay. And, sitting here smiling and keep from crying. Damn it, you just, it's not washroom ready for Ricky. All right, man, this is it, man. I'm gonna have to let you go. I don't think this is, right for you.
It's not for my, it's not
no. I gotta go back and clean up every mistake he made, but thanks.
Well, yeah,
anyway,
thanks for showing me around.
Todd, ironically, couldn't make the cut as an employee of the organization he's a co-owner of, Dan from Philly Pretzel Factory.
Looks like Dan, just like Dan.
It's very hard to stand there and lie directly. I had to break my cover. Well, it is me, by the way.
Dan Dizio, CEO of Philly Pretzel Factory, posed as a new employee in his pretzel shop franchise in order to get a look behind the curtain and see how they could make improvements to their operations. When Dan started working for a shop run by the franchisee Bill, he tried his best to maintain his cover, but Bill and his wife saw through his disguise. Since there was no longer a need to continue the charade, Dan sat down with the couple so they could discuss about what was happening with the franchise.
Let me ask you, how bad is it?
Well, right now, I owe $500 from last month's rent.
We're a month behind on electric and gas. It's like when you get so far behind, then you're not breathing anymore. Right.
Just this year alone, I've lent the business $20,000. Hopefully we could catch up on our bills, and then maybe we would be okay.
Dan encouraged the franchise owners to contact him if they were having a hard time running their business. However, he was devastated to learn that they tried doing exactly that in the past.
And we left. I was very upset.
About a year and a half ago, we sat with Dan. Nothing came out of it.
We left feeling that nobody there was going to really help us. It seemed like you forgot how you started. And that's how it felt when I walked out the door that day.
Dan was ashamed to admit that he had no recollection of the meeting the couple mentioned. When Dan later met with Bill, he apologized for not being able to deliver the help they needed. He promised the franchisee that he would do all he could to help make the branch a success.
I want to give you 1 month of business training where I'm going to send someone from corporate to your store. We definitely need to work on the marketing of that store. I want to buy you a brand new delivery van, so everybody in town knows who you are.
This is going to be real great.
What Dan offered Bill was already great, but Dan continued rewarding him.
I will put you and Donna up and send you away on vacation. Sound good?
That's a blast.
Okay. Donna said things were really bleak and you guys were close to closing. I'm going to pay the rent for the store for the next year.
Wes from Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm looking for Wes.
You must be...
I'm Pete.
I'm going to teach you everything you need to know back here. Because when it comes to this, there ain't a damn thing. Okay, but you got to do exactly as I say.
I want to learn.
Okay.
Nader Masada, the co-founder, president, and CEO of Buffalo Wings and Rings, came onto the show in the first episode of Season 7. He wanted to go undercover in one of his restaurants to investigate reports about a certain kitchen manager named Wes and his questionable practices.
Pete is dressed like a dork. Scumbag, gold chain, the thick nerd glasses.
I was a little bit intimidated by his demeanor.
Damn, you're gonna work back here with me. I have to get the lead out of your ass. So basically, I am the kitchen manager back here.
Nader's training with Wes hadn't even begun, and he was already being treated poorly due to how he looked. Things only got worse from there. Wes didn't show any respect towards Nader or the other employees working during the shift.
You look like a pretty lonely guy. You probably should have some pretty good wrist action. Go, get in there.
Okay.
Can't be a bitch back here.
No, I'll try not to be.
Like a tornado. Hurricane Pete.
What an ass.
You might be the biggest D-bag in history.
I've heard it all today. I think I've heard it all.
Pete is a little bitch.
Wes's behavior is definitely a bad representation of my brand.
And then has that mangina.
You always like this?
Are you on crack? Mainly what I get in here. Kids, high school kids. I'm an ass, I'm a kid, I'm harsh, I'm over the top. Fear equals respect.
After his shift from hell with Wes, Nader met with the manager of the restaurant to talk about Wes.
Or is he just putting an act on?
No, that's him. He has no respect for anybody in that restaurant. He does treat his kitchen staff low, but there's no telling Wes.
I need to talk to Sean then. That is just...
Sean's not active. He tries to be active, but he's not completely active in there.
When it was time to reveal who he really was to Wes, Nader called in the manager and the franchise's owner, Sean. The trio called Wes's behavior out. but they weren't getting through to him.
When I first walked in, you were very strong.
I am that way often, but not always.
Kids come in for the second shift, and you still used language that I wouldn't typically use.
I'm not their guidance counselor. I'm their manager.
Problem has to be fixed. I think I would have a better chance at success if we separate ways.
Okay, so I'm gone then. I'm not going to change me. I am who I am. Sorry, I'm such a scary monster.
Renee from Kendall Jackson.
Every job has its perks and every job has its both you got to deal with, you know. My job just happens to have a lot of both.
Kendall Jackson CEO Rick Tigner wanted to get a better idea of how his wine company was operated day to day, so he went on Undercover Boss to do that. At his new job, Rick was paired with Renee, a truck driver who seemed to have had enough of his job and constantly complained about many different things.
I'm shocked about the language. I'm shocked by his attitude towards our customers. Unacceptable.
Drivers are lazy or do this or do that. They're just work associates. And after a 16-hour day, they tell you this or that.
Renee had clearly grown tired of the work he had to do and expressed his hatred for his job through constant rants. He even gave Rick some horrible advice, saying that his goal should be to empty his truck as quickly as possible so he could go home.
Your goal at the end of the day, customer service, is having that truck empty. Because there's nothing better than knowing that you could just get there, turn off your truck, and clock out and go home. But then you got those days like, call one of the girls in the office, like, look, this guy takes the sweet-ass time every single day. Just like, okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, 40 minutes into it. And here comes this guy with a smile on his face, like, hey, dude, what took you so long? He's like, oh, you shut up. I'm like, I already called the company and told him you're...
Rick eventually grew tired of Renee's attitude, so he excused himself to make a phone call. On the other end of the line was Renee's boss.
Rick, how you doing? Working with Renee, and kind of disappoints me that he kind of talks the way he talks about with the customer. If he has not used 50 times, I'd be shocked. If this was really Rick Tigner, I would actually tell a guy right now, you might be an okay guy, but your actions and the way you, I don't know. I almost fired him today.
No, hey, I mean, I can tell from your voice, you're fit.
I don't want our employees to act like that. That is not a concierge level of service.
Renee wasn't fired on the show, but what Rick said ensures that Renee will be on a short leash from that point. Unless he changes drastically, he probably won't last long at his job. The general manager at Checkers and Rallies.
I kept hearing the general manager barking orders.
You're gonna drop what you're doing. So if you go on overtime, I can take you outside and beat you up, right?
Rick Silva was the president and CEO of Checkers and Rallies when he appeared on Undercover Boss in Season 3, Episode 4. He wanted to experience what it was like working in his business, which is one of the largest fast food chains in the U.S. Rick went undercover in one of his restaurants and was shocked by the behavior of one of his employees.
Todd, is this what usually happens? We try to do something, someone's calling you all the time? He needs to help me here, is that okay?
You're gonna go with him?
Oh, okay, good.
I try not to, pay attention to it so much.
I really could not work there. I couldn't work there for 10 minutes. How does it make you feel?
Like I'm worthless.
The general manager of the particular branch where Rick posed as an employee was ruling it with an iron fist, creating a horrible workplace environment. He found out from talking to other employees that how the general manager acted made life a living hell for them. Rick decided to reveal his identity and confront the general manager for his actions.
You'd have an opportunity to join Checkers and Rallies system. What excuse is there to talk to people without being respectful to them?
I don't think I was disrespectful. You have to talk up. They will not listen to you unless the crew.
Why would I want to work for you with the way you talk to people inside there? The first hour that you talk to me that way, I would leave. I would walk out the door and never come back.
Let me ask you a
How would that make you feel?
You do what you gotta do. You run them. They don't run you. Wanting to be nice, low tone, doesn't work.
Instead of showing remorse for how he acted, the general manager actually defended how he treats his employees. Not seeing any way to solve the current problem, Rick decided to take drastic measures.
And what I saw here today, right now you're not doing the job to our standard, and so you don't belong in that restaurant. Right here, right now, we're going to shut the restaurant down.
Rick shut the restaurant down on the spot, effectively firing the general manager. This serves as a cautionary tale on how not to treat those who work under you. Harlan from Yankee Candle.
Oh my God. They're just gonna do whatever they want. I'm gonna just go. I dropped it. I got another? You definitely just dropped that in there, because here.
Yankee Candle CEO Harlan Kent donned a disguise to start working for his company that's a manufacturer and retailer of scented candles, candle holders, accessories, and dinnerware. He wanted to gain a more informed perspective of their employees' working conditions by working alongside them. At his new undercover job, Harlan encountered Blaze, who he soon discovered was a disgruntled employee. Blaze shocked Harlan when he openly ranted about his anger towards customers that, according to him, made his job a lot more difficult than it should be.
And there has been instances where you don't want to strain and slap a kid. Completely honest with you, I have the worst temper. As much as, you hate your boss, you gotta Keep that Yankee Candle, big smile.
Since he thought he was just talking to a fellow employee who had no knowledge about the company, Blaze had no filter in sharing how he sometimes got so enraged by customers to the point that he entertained violent thoughts about them.
He's angry about some things. I'm not sure what exactly it is. Not great for all the rest of the team who does think that it's a great place to work.
They'll dip it a million times. As bad as this comes across, sometimes I feel like punching an 8-year-old.
Harlan was deeply disturbed by what Blaze revealed to him. In fact, he thought about firing his young employee right then. However, Harlan decided against doing any drastic actions. He calmed himself down and went on with his first day on the job. As Harlan continued working through, Blaze began to have suspicions about the supposedly new employee he was working with.
He knows what to do.
This thing stands up. You can put this on your mantle.
I can't put my finger on what's going on, but things just don't seem to be fitting together naturally. He seems too good at the situation.
Harlan noticed how Blaze was doubting his cover story, so he chose to come clean and tell Blaze who he really was.
You don't need to call me Mister. I'm not that old. It sounds like you got stuff that isn't working here.
I just told the CEO that I feel like punching an 8-year-old. It's kind of like okay, well, it wasn't exactly what I was expecting when I came to work.
Since everything had been laid out on the table, Harlan began reprimanding Blaze for his behavior and attitude toward customers and coworkers. Harlan later called Blaze in for a meeting. He asked the young man how his home life was and learned that Blaze had a problematic upbringing and had no one to look up to as a role model. Instead of firing Blaze, Harlan chose to offer his young employee the chance to change and become better than he currently was.
Have you got a role model or somebody who can help you with career advice, school advice, things like that?
I just have, advisors at school and don't feel the comfortableness talking to them and asking them questions.
That's hard. I mean, if you'd want to. You don't have to do this just because I'm the CEO. A person who's had the opportunity to see a bunch of different things.
Aaron from Donato's Pizza.
Just gonna go ahead and grab the ticket, take the bag up here, and then we're just out the door.
Okay.
And when we get up there, we gotta grab the pizza.
Okay.
All right, so come up and watch what I do.
You're a run, huh?
Get it up the step. You want to address the customer by their name. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. You can just go ahead and double check that.
Looks good.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you.
The change.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mark. All right, you have a good one.
Jane Grode Abel is the chairperson of Donato's Pizza. She went undercover as a delivery driver for her pizza chain during Season 5, Episode 3 of the show. She was assigned to work with Aaron, who took her under his wing and showed her the basics of the job. Jane was impressed by how Aaron maintained a good relationship with customers while still prioritizing speed and efficiency. She had high praise for the young man.
I love that Aaron had a really great customer service balance with speed. We get your total as 15.18. Perfect, keep the change.
All right, now run, come on.
I can't, I have to go this way.
Come on, quicker. All right, boom. We're at 1 minute and 8 seconds.
That was good, right?
That was epic. That was that was really good.
Aaron's perfect picture of what a delivery driver is. He is fast, he's nonstop, the perfect delivery driver.
Aaron seemed like he was the perfect delivery driver. But as Jane got to know him better, she learned that the rapport he had with customers had a downside to it. She was enraged to find out that he sometimes engaged in illegal activities while on the job.
I have a really good time doing it. A lot of people smoke pot and they will invite me to come in for a little bit.
You do not. I can't think of another time I've been this disappointed. It feels like betrayal. Then you get back in your car and you drive.
Well, it's not like I sit there and smoke for 20 minutes.
Not only is it just not safe, it's illegal.
Jane was incredibly disappointed in the young man she had grown to admire over the course of the day. This was not just against the law, but a safety risk as well. During the reveal, Jane talked to Aaron about what he revealed to her and said that she had no choice but to take action.
You told me you smoked pot on the job. I've never been so angry in my life. But you know I have to let you go as a delivery driver.
Really?
All was not lost, however. Jane saw Aaron's potential while on the job with him, so she extended an olive branch towards him and offered him a deal.
But I want to make a deal with you because I do like you. You do a lot of the right things.
Yeah.
You're fast on your feet. I'm going to give you a second chance. If you can take a drug test in 30 days,
okay,
come back and work in the kitchen.
Wow, I really appreciate that.
Click now to see 5 of the best undercover boss employees ever.